Right, you can do it that way, or like, especially if it's unknown to you, like if you don't know how it's going to be, then that's the best way to do it, is like try a small little sip, sip ahead of time, and then, add water or whatever you want to it, to make your own personal. But I'm like along the lines of a drinker who's like, if you want to take a like $200 bottle of like Johnny Walker Blue Label and dump it in a 2-liter of Coca-Cola, do that. It's like, no one can tell you how to drink what you like. If that's what you like doing, then a lot of people might consider it to be a waste of money, but you're enjoying it, so that's all that matters. So it's like, add water, add Coke, whatever you want, or just don't even drink it and drink something else. Whiskey, vodka, hard liquor, drinking isn't your thing, then maybe you like, orange juice or something crazy, or whatever, it's like, whatever you like, just don't have anybody else tell you that, like, you can't drink it that way. Gin and tonic's not too bad. I haven't had one of those in a long time.
And those visions became our world. These observations became
But one of my former roommates, Danny is his name, cool dude, his favorite drink of choice was White Russian. And this was back when I was living down in Tucson, Arizona, which is like about 40 miles from the Mexican border. So what you could do is, before they required you to have like a, like a passport to get in and out of Mexico and Canada, you could literally just walk across the bridge. We'd have our driver's license to prove they were American citizens, and you could carry across one bottle of alcohol. And alcohol is, one, a lot stronger in Mexico, and a lot cheaper. So it's like, we'd all agree, like myself and like my friends, like, we'd all agree, like, okay, what are we buying? It's like, what are we making tonight? Danny, we'd be like, I want to do White Russians. Like, okay, so like, I'll buy the vodka, and I want to do like a mudslide sometime, so you buy the Kahlua. And it'd be like this big, humongous, like, bottle, this large, like, almost 2-liter bottle, for like $10. And in the States, instead of like where it'd be like 35 proof, in Mexico it's like 85% alcohol by volume. It is like, get you smashed quick stuff. So it's like, woo! So like I said, we just literally go walking across the border, and the border guards knew exactly what we were doing. Like, oh, going across for booze? Yes, sir. Okay, welcome back to America. Get in our cars, drive, 40 minutes back to home, and sit in my little crappy apartment, get drunk. Alright, round 3, 4... Absinthe? Yes. I have, but not the, they changed it for America. Removed the wormwood because, the whole drinking, alcohol, wood poisoning, not good. So... But I haven't had, like, the real absinthe before. I've had, like, the Americanized version, made safe for human consumption. Didn't think it was too great. Whoa, forgot about that attack. Can't get that taunt out fast. Much better. But yeah, I didn't really think too much of it. Absinthe, really. And then I discovered Jägermeister as a teenager. A trip to Canada, because the legal drinking age for the United States is 21 years of age. In Canada, it's 18, so it's like we went down to the bar and... Crap. Man, like I said, I got used to like not dodging correctly. So I was like, yeah, so I'll have Jägermeister. And it's kind of amazing because it tastes just like NyQuil, or NyQuil tastes just like Jägermeister. Like the green variant of it, I should say. Okay, so that speed of attack was his aggravated one, like his full taunt, I'm angry at you, not his normal speed, so that threw me off for a second. Skip, thank you. What? Shenanigans, I say. Oh yeah. In America, it used to be all over the place. It used to be like, you know, I asked my dad about it because he was born in '54. So he said like certain states were like 18, 20, 21, and then eventually it just got standardized to be 21 for the entire United States. But of course, back then, he'd just get in the car and go across to Canada and do his drinking there because we're like 2 hours from Canada at this point. Okay, which time? Or... Crap. This is not going well. Holy crap, I still got the punish. Oh, come on! I was like nailing the button, the combo's like, nope, you're gonna get stuck in that combo. Yeah, so this is like 20 seconds slower than my last time, so... But I mean, but I have a lot more money, so... Oh well, derusting anyway. Oh, Wicked Weave, during which time... Yeah, just about. Certain enemies, though, it does different things. This is actually about 30 seconds slower than I should be right now, but... Like I said, I intentionally went slower to get more money, so... Hopefully I can save time in other places, but probably not. Well, don't feel bad about it, Jay, because, I mean, I forget stuff like that, and I play this game. Skip, damn it. Nothing more aggravating like when you're jamming on the buttons like to skip the cutscene, and it's just like, nope. That was like 168, I think I saw? 168,000? We're gonna waste a split second here. Yeah, 161. Pretty darn good. A lot better than 108. Yeah, so the thing is, like, you sacrifice time. I mean, it's like, that was about almost 30 seconds slower than that, like, 108,000 I got the first time. But, I mean, now I have a lot more money, which is going to set me up for most of the rest of the run, provided I can get that far. That was really close. I was thinking, like, oh, I got the journal, now I'm also going to trigger that stupid arena fight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pardon me. Okay. Techniques. The wrong way. And yeah, we're good. Yeah, some runners don't buy any techniques until the next level, but I like to get them now, especially the bat with him, because that is such a lifesaver. And get around the corner, thank you very much. Screwy camera angles. Yeah, pretty much. It's like...
You've been naughty.
Drop your sword, come on, dude.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady.
Why did it not... What the hell? Game's like, no, we don't want you to get that extra money there from that taunt there while you had your Midas going. That'd just be crazy. Yeah, so I got robbed on that. That taunt should have worked. Because you can get even more halos if you do that with a Midas activated. Well, it's a lot better name. Aesir is a lot better name than like Jim Bob Joe. You know, unless you're like fighting people in Alabama. What the hell? Thanks, game. Getting all sorts of weird stuff going on.
So, they're after you too, then? Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
No, I've never met anybody named Balder.
No way to
Now,
talk to a lady.
you can say in a sentence, I'm going Balder, as you're losing your hair, which is kind of funny because he's got long, luscious hair.
Let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventa, aren't we? That makes two of us. And it'll take two of us, won't it, love?
It's like calling a guy hairy and he's completely bald. Okay, game.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mother. Is that
This will probably backfire against me, and it is, but it's not who I wanted to have taunted. This guy just does not care about you and your hit stun. How did that miss? Good God, I am getting robbed on everything. It's like I'm having like taunts not come out, and then like Wicked Weave's completely missing.
if you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mother. Almost.
Good one, Jay. Good application of that meme. I'm proud of you.
Try to keep up.
Is that all you've got? Excellent. So close.
And crack. There we go. Pardon me.
Well,
what is it? Treasure, I think it is. It's been a while since I've had to go and do this. Yes, there it is. And items. Okay, we're all good.
Shall we?
Man, my menuing is so slow.
You've been naughty.
Where did you learn that trick, little one? I've never
It doesn't matter if you walk here or not, but I think it's kind of interesting because she's still holding her hands like she has guns. They just removed them for the scene.
Love? You think I'm just gonna tell you my secrets when I don't even know whose side you're on? Alright. It seems I can control the remembrance of time. That's a big deal here.
It seems.
I mean, no.
Hey,
I got
Fico,
nothing
what's
else
up,
to
buddy?
say, love.
The
So close. Got you.
I'll not be doing Witch Twist because I didn't buy it. And as you saw earlier, if you watched, yeah, didn't pull it off anyway in training. It's all going the same usual stuff, you know. Surgeon said he was going to fuse my back, and then last second said, you know what, I think we should burn the nerves out because I talked to your pain doctor, and I think that's the best way, even after spending so much time talking to you about burning your back and, you know, like fusing your back and fixing your problem. So, yeah, so if you want your back fused, go to another surgeon in Pittsburgh. It's like, I am going to kill you.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mother. So close.
Hey, T. Wallace. I just love that entire thing, like, people don't realize, because one, they're idiots. And yes, I know it's a meme, it's not going to be serious. Yeah, Pittsburgh is about 2 hours away from where I live, but just a pain in the butt to do, Jay, because this doctor said he was going to fuse my back, and then decided to back out at the last second. Yeah, doctors suck. It's like they don't want to, like, I've literally figured out that insurance has paid about $120,000 to not fuse my back. But if they fuse my back, it's like around $80,000, and then that's done. I don't have to be on ongoing medication. I don't have to see pain doctors anymore. I don't have to keep, you know, like, being on this stuff. It's like, it's cheaper for them to just authorize it. I've gone through and done everything required for insurance to do it. But they're just not doing it. You know, the doctors, like, the surgeon's just like, no, I don't feel like doing it. Okay, so that's right, I can't get in. It won't let you into the menu when you first start out this level for some weird reason.
My God, and he's not done guiding.
Okay, so yeah, the whole thing of like people storming Area 51, I find absolutely hilarious. Let's see, we're going to put that up top for now. We're going to put the big red over here. Because they don't realize that, one, the Area 51 exclusion zone, like where they basically keep everybody back from, starts around 26 miles out from the base. They actually expanded it a couple of years ago. So it's like, you know, it's like they're going to see you coming for a long ways out. And then two, there's also 810 Warthogs stationed nearby. And I'm pretty sure that if, like, all of a sudden, like, you know, 1,000 people or whatever, how many more decide to try and Naruto run their way inside, they're just going to be turned into pink mist. Very easily. Because there are signs all over going to the entrance of Area 51, because you can actually drive up there a certain part to say, like, you know, lethal force will be used. So it's like they're in their full justification for using lethal force if necessary. You know what they're hiding? Usually just brand new tech. It's literally where we do our test flights for stuff. I mean, people for years kept claiming that there was UFOs out in Area 51 and, like, they see these weird flying triangle shapes. And then the Gulf War happened, and people found out, oh, that's what we call the F-111, like F-117 stealth fighter and the B-2 bomber. They were all out there. Bob Lazar sounds like a familiar name. I think Bob Lazar, isn't he like a crazy conspiracy theorist? I say crazy because don't buy into his spiel. Yeah, one of those type. Yeah, there's like literally nothing going on out there. It's like it's where they were testing the stealth helicopter prototype that we used for the Bin Laden raid crashed. That was actually out there too, but yeah, it's like that anywhere you go, really. I mean, like in the entire military structure as well. Like, you know enough to do your job and that's it, really. It's like, you don't know what other places are doing. You don't need to know. It's not really important. Yeah, this is where they're hiding Bayonetta 3 at. Okay, what was that, Bayonetta? Oh, that's right. I forgot I had swords on. I'm like, what is happening? Yes, this is, like, bad. This is not what you want to have happen at all. It's like he's running from me. Well, if you consider a pipe to be a tunnel, then yes. It's one of those things that people who don't understand how the Air Force is structured, don't know how military bases work, or anything along that lines, like to all speculate and just shout out like bullshit, which is funny because anyone who's grown up a military brat or been in any of the armed services is like, you clearly have no idea what the hell you're talking about. So it's like they bus people in every single day. You have a choice for working at Area 51. You can either take a bus, which takes about 2 hours to get there, or you can take a flight, which is 30 minutes out of Las Vegas. And they don't hide it. Everyone knows exactly where it is. It's the unmarked airplane that they have there at the Las Vegas airport. It's like, and people go on it every single day. It's like they know where they're going. Let's do some safety. Let's do a red hot shot. And let's get stupid. Let's do 2 moon pearls. And the logistics of making an entire underground driving system is ludicrous on top of it. I mean, if you want to see... Come on, game, skip, jeez. If you want to see, like, how absurd everything is, look up the Big Dig in Boston. That took them, like, 10 years, $10 billion for a little small tunnel to go underneath a little small section in Boston. You know, it's like, and that is for a small amount. That costs a lot of money to do tunnels and things like that nature, and have it all stay up and be in working shape. So, like, to suddenly have, like, thousands or hundreds of miles of underground tunnel is just not feasible. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, before I screw this up anymore... That's why I also like about, like, massive government conspiracies and stuff. It's like, you have to have, like, so many people not say anything, and it's like, it's against human nature. I mean, if you look how much stuff leaks out now, and then suddenly, like, all these thousands of people are magically able to keep themselves quiet for everything, it's like, it's just not possible. Because, like, even my friend, who I will not name publicly right now, was in Special Forces for the Air Force. And yes, the Air Force does have Special Forces. And I was talking to him one time, this was like years ago over the internet, I was talking to him because I knew he'd been deployed. He's like, I can't tell you where I am, the line's being monitored, and if you figure it out, don't say where it is, but we can't talk about it. I'm like, that's fine, and I knew exactly where he was. It's like, he didn't have to say anything, but I had at that point in time, like, I could go out and I could say, like, hey, he's in this country we're not supposed to be in. It's like, you know, it's like, it's just one person at that point in time, but it's one of those, like, also public known secrets, too. I mean, it's like, you know, you really can't keep anything secret. And then, like, expect the people that have, like, all this, like, oh yeah, they're gonna be able to, like, keep these massive, like, conspiracies, like, all quiet and stuff like that. It's like, it's just not gonna happen. You have a lot more people talking and verifying the same stuff, instead of, like, a billion different stories. Oh man, Bayonetta is so weak. Used to do with this Rosa, it's like 3 punches and it's done. Yep. Baldur 1 is not too bad, especially on second climax. It's like third climax or hard mode is where he starts getting a little squirrely because hit stun isn't as effective. On this one, it's pretty easy to lock him down.
Not that bad, I guess.
Okay, it's just health. Thank goodness it did not soft lock. That happened one time on stream about 3 months ago, I want to say. 2 or 3 months ago. Doing a run and it soft locked. It's like only one of like the 2 areas that we know in this game will soft lock. It's like there and on the third Baldur fight, Peacock or aka Troll Baldur. If you do too much damage to him before the second phase of the Peacock Baldur fight happens, the game can soft lock. Like basically what happens is, it's happened to Ace Krana before, he actually has it, he caught it, I think he did a clip of it, I'm not sure if he saved it or not. But like, Baldur disappears and you're just left standing there on the stage by yourself.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, that'd be the case, but it just keeps going on forever until you exit out and go back to chapter select and have to do that all over again, or, you know, just pretty much your run's over at that point because you've lost so much time.
This is it! The bridge to the heavens should be right above us.
Are you sure?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, default no-show would be awesome.
You're right.
You win by default. Sorry, your opponent didn't show up. Bayonetta, you saved the world, I guess?
Women's
Yeah.
intuition.
Good
What
going.
kind of
Good
silly
job.
comic book shit is that? You still don't know a thing about me.
Let's just say I have plenty of experience with nothing coming to mind.
What?
I spent 500 years not knowing who I was. I only found out the truth recently.
You too? Listen, I don't remember a thing. Nothing. I don't even know why I'm so damn sure I need to go to that mountain. But I know I have to. It's all I know. Does that make any sense?
Come now, little one. Can't let the girls know you've got a heart.
It's not like that.
Girls like it when you're a jerk to them.
That's all the sense you need. Just
Do not
believe.
take that advice seriously.
That's what I did.
Bayonetta.
Okay, put on swords. I'm gonna do some taunty taunts. And the game decided to screw me because it didn't put anyone near me. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have that last guy load way far away. Good luck with that. You're gonna stand there and taunt for more points? I'll show you. Yeah, it's like weird spawning pattern. That one guy just landed way off course. And this one like spawned at the last second.
You've been naughty.
Shit! Of all the luck.
Well, that one is always weird. I mean, I've had it before where it's refused to spawn people in. So it's like I will be like, standing there, and you'll see like the halos, like where they're zipping around before they like morph out of the ground, and they'll just keep flying around and not land, and like until around 20 seconds later.
He's chasing us down.
It's gonna be like a 33 seconds.
That was easy.
No, 32.
If I can just do something about that.
Whoa, okay, I didn't input that, but okay. The money. Yep. It's not too hard as long as you don't get hit. Sometimes they'll just perfect platinum a stage. Alright, I'm gonna skip the shop here.
Back page of the classified.
That's right. Do it every time.
It's a new model, huh? I hope this one lasts a little bit longer.
And game decided to not knock him off. Alright, cool. Thanks.
Saying that's just
And I'm not sure where you're aiming, but keep doing that, dude. You're doing great.
after I've taken care of my business, of course.
It's like, don't you try to run outside.
Got you. So close.
That's supposed to knock him off his scooter. I call it the scooter, it's his shield, but he's zipping around like, yay!
So close.
And he's dead. And my favorite unskippable cutscene. Stand up, stretch, break bones, whatever. Ugh. Grab some whiskey. Things you shouldn't do during a speedrun. Do it anyway. Things you shouldn't do on top of it. I was reading a manga today, a new, like one I've like caught a couple chapters of, and I went back and read all of them. Basically get caught up to where I was. It's called, I believe, it's A Trail of Blood is what it's called. And it's like a slow burn psychological horror type situation. It's like where nothing happens but everything happens. Just kind of a weird way to describe it, but it's basically this boy is like living at home, and he's like, his mom is like super protective, super sheltered, you know, sheltering him type deal. And, you know, his cousin keeps coming over, and like, she doesn't like people getting in the way between her and him. He's like 13 years old. And then his cousin keeps coming over a lot more, and one day they're on a family hike, and like he makes like a motion, like he's joking around, like, oh, I'm gonna like throw you over the cliff type deal. So like she runs over and throws him off the cliff, like the cousin off the cliff. And then it's like, and she's like just trying to like gaslight her son, like into saying like, oh no, it's like I didn't do that, I was trying to save him. You know, it's like, and she's like becoming more and more insane and like slowly incestuous on top of it there, and it's like, she's like, oh, you have like a girlfriend, like you're like, you can't leave me, I have nobody, and like she kisses him, and he's like seriously screwed up, and like nobody else in the family knows what's going on, and like his nephew, like, oh, crap, this is bad. This is crazy, I didn't even use a red lollipop, but this is a huge time waste. So his cousin survives and is in a coma, and like her mental state is just like, you know, the mother's is just getting crazier and crazier, and it's just like, it's a really amazing read, but it's like, it's really out there. It's not a feel-good manga read, but it's really engaging. He is just pushing me away from everything, good lord. Have I seen Monster? No, but I have heard of it. Okay, dude, you're dead. Please die. Please die. Come on. I hate this game sometimes. It does crap like this. Yeah, so Trail of Blood is only, like, the manga is only, like, 53 chapters in. It's a very short read, so, like, even if you, like, sit down to read it to get caught up, it's not going to take too long. It took me, like, 30 minutes. If even that. But it's interesting where I'm at now, because the cousin who got pushed off a cliff woke up. Okay, I've never seen it do that before, just like completely jump to the other side of the arena. It's like, oh, you're trying to kill me. Nope. Alright, Jay, have yourself a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Always good to see you. Catch you next time, possibly. Yes, if those ears wiggle, I will clip it for you and other people who I know who like those things. I got you covered, buddy. I got you. Never know what the weird stuff I have and the weird glitches and things like that, you bet. Pardon me. Okay, I need to do...
Keep up. Hey, wait.
Oh, that was bad. Missed that little ledge I was aiming for. Goodbye!
Try to keep up. Hey, wait! They need something to open it.
So I need to put this one up top. The only record piece that you can actually skip the animation for it, like the little preview, like, hey, cool, here's a record piece, you can skip that. It's the only one they programmed in to do that.
Slow down, will ya? Try to keep up. Take care of this. Right then.
Alright. More exotic dancing. So I missed from the first game her quote, "I should have been a pole dancer." That used to be one of her, like, end quotes during the first game, like when you got to the end of a chapter. It was hilarious. I love it. Also, this game got rid of like her oral fixation with like lollipops and stuff. So in the first game, she was like every single cutscene she'd have one in her mouth, and this game it's like nah. She somehow in like the time span of like 2 or 3 months or however long it was since the first game, yeah, she's mostly cut that habit out. This fight is so frustrating because there's no way to like make it like the same way every single time. Like the only way that you actually have some like you're able to take care of it really quickly is if you're playing as Rosa, and that's it. Because if you're playing as Jean or Bayonetta, then it's all over the place. They can either be really cooperative and die very quickly, or they can just go all over the place like you saw and take a while. Alright, level is down. Now to hit the shop.
Diplomacy.
Oh, it didn't give it to me. Sometimes you can get it to snag right there, which is awesome.
Try to keep up. Hey, wait!
Oh, he's trolling hard.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady,
Okay, I don't have that move. That's not supposed to be possible. Every once in a while, I swear that happens. It's just like, oh yeah, here you go. It's like, here's a move that you don't have, you didn't buy. We're gonna have it come out in the middle of a combo, screw you up.
Not bad. Hey, wait!
So I've experimented. Holy crap, game! Come on. Give me funky camera angles. I've experimented with like going back and getting the hammer, see if it speeds up these fights. It does not.
Your turn.
Is that all you've got? So close. Almost.
I mean, you gotta get the hammer anyway, but just like against these bosses, it just does nothing because in your Bayonetta, it's very weak. John, it might speed it up, but then the next fight you're in the middle of the air, so you can't do jump canceling, so it's not worth it really until the next chapter. Okay, that's fine.
Is that all you've got? Excellent. Got you. So close. Got you. So close. Got you. Almost.
I hate this part because when he summons those giant boulders, it stops your inputs for about a good second. You can't do anything. It's not just dropping them, it's like you can't shoot, you can't attack, you can't kick, nothing. I guess the guys at Platinum, guys and gals, were like, hey, we're really proud of our boulder. We want everybody to see that it's about to hit them. Attacking them still? No, we don't want that.
Classified.
That would be crazy. Alright, hit the shop.
Another L.
Alright. Bring it on. The troll levels. These are like nothing. This level is nothing but a boss mini rush. Oh, quit trolling. At least he didn't go underneath ground. I've had that happen too, but sometimes I just like to keep jumping away from everything you do. Yeah, so this is like, this level, the next two levels basically are like run enders for me usually. You can just get straight up trolled. If you're on a really good pace, this level can also kind of mess around with you due to Baldur, because he shows up at the end, and he is pure 100% RNG, whether he's going to help you out or hurt you there, basically by like attacking people for you. I am dealing with a lot of in-game frame drops right now. It has gone from 60 to about 45. This guy we don't mess around with because he can one-shot kill you, so yeah. Just do the torture attack. Unless you're playing as Jean, and then you can just wreck him with a hammer faster than it takes to torture attack him. But Jean is special. That lovely lady does 1.5 times damage compared to Bayonetta. I would love to see Rosa, who does 3 times damage already, be able to use the hammer. Maybe one day somebody can mod that in for the emulated version. That would be awesome. Because she can only use her handguns. Game does not allow you to use any other weapons, but if you could like mod in another weapon set with Jean, that would be, or not Jean, but with Rosa, that would be awesome. Oh man, I was so close. I should have just killed him normally. I'm used to like having more magic right there, so I can just torture attack him and mostly kill him straight off the bat. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do a torture attack at the last second, and that was a time loss. But I am derusting, so it's all good. I probably won't, I mean, like my personal best right now for this, because I haven't run this category in over 2 months, and that was just basically to get a new update on the board. Like, was a 158? And I'd be surprised if I come anywhere near beating that. This will probably be a 2-hour run, maybe. We'll see. I just wanted to do a derust on this a new game, because I'm used to running New Game Plus now. It's easier on my back. So, figured tonight, let's check out some of the cobwebs and just give us a go.
Guys. So let's have some fun.
Let's see, will Rodon be cool? Yes, that's a good start.
Get the fuck out.
Oh, Rodon's being great. So these guys spawn way far away from him. Alright, let's see if hot wheels are nice. Nope, gotta go in. Oh, thank you, Rodon. Took you some time, but that's not too bad. I've seen far worse Rodon where he just doesn't hit anything. He'll just do like one uppercut instead of like doing the huge stomp, which like wipes out everything, or he'll mistime the stomp. The game will do that. He'll do the huge like kill everything in the radius stomp like a quarter second before the next enemy spawn in, because they have that little invincibility window when they spawn in. and like he'll do it right during there, and it won't hurt him whatsoever, and it resets that timer for whenever it does it. So if we could find a way to manipulate that, like his RNG for that, like to make him consistently do a stomp, that would be huge.
That performance might make the back page of the classified.
Alright, next up is Alarain, the Rose Woman, the thorn in my side. Yes, I know. Thorn, rose, haha. But there is a new money-making strat that came to light about a month ago, actually, I want to say. Which is really awesome. Like, hey, if you taunt during certain phases here of this fight, not during the first part, because that's just suicide. But during the second phase, like you taunt the first and second times, then like you can get a lot of money out of this fight. Okay, switching to guns. So switching to guns game. The game's like, no, we're gonna keep putting back on hammer. You clearly pressed the button one time. What the hell? Jeez. This is why I hate this fight. It's like you get the weirdest, wonkiest stuff happening. And I want to save my magic for the next phase. Yeah, she's being like super troll right now. The only what you can do is like wall bounce her. The game's having none of that right now. You can like wall bounce and stagger her. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. So this is an instant combo drop. That's a huge money loss. This is why she's ended runs before. As you can see why. It's aggravating.
If you need to learn how to talk to
This second part's a lot better.
if you need to learn how
It's like I can't see what's going on. And in this part you do not want to taunt because she'll just wreck you. She's like faster in this part. There's almost no time left anyway. But yeah, that's the new strat for the second half of the fight. And if you were paying attention to the combo gauge, you would have seen it go jumping way up. Because that's really helpful, because I mean, we're getting to, like, it's such a fight to play a new game and have enough money for the Earrings of Ruin at the end, which is after chapter 14. Sweet, that's good. I mean, apparently word's getting around, Nimix. I mean, that's even better for you. I'm not sure, I mean, I don't know the details of, like, the contract, like, if it's going through you or someone else, but that's still, one, you know, it's really awesome to have there. Two, potentially more money for you, hopefully it is. Three, you're getting your name, you know, seen by a lot more people, and you could go even bigger than just your local school district, you know, people who want to have it. So yeah, it's all you, so this is all going back, you know, for the time and effort you spent into it. You know, that's the way to go. So yeah, it's a potentially terrifying thing to go through, but I mean, it's good at the same time, you know, getting your app out there and your name more well known. Yeah, so it's statewide. Who knows? You might expand out to another state. You know, it could take off and go gangbusters, and you could be everywhere. You know, it's major potential. Because like, all I heard like before, it sounded like, you know, like 2 or 3 schools had picked it up, but if it's like statewide now, that's huge. That's awesome. You have 2 other states, but only 1 account in each. Okay, well, that's cool. Like I said, it's bigger than I thought, so that's even better. So do they have like a trial period for it right now? Like, okay, we're gonna try out like your app, or are they just like outright saying we want to buy it and use it for our school? Because I'm not sure how you'd be able to do something like that, or like lease it for a while. Do the Microsoft thing. It's how they make all their money, is leasing like crazy. Which when you get into IT, you learn like how expensive, like how much Microsoft charges for everything. It's like you don't buy it, you're leasing that program, and that is a lot of money that Microsoft makes. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to say like, oh gee, well, why didn't we buy this other app? You know, why wouldn't you go this other direction? Okay, here we go. Let's do the big boy. That was awesome. Alright.
Bad boy. Didn't think I'd miss a good fight, did you?
Diplomacy.
Big grid. Deja vu all over again. Favorite Yogi Berra quote. Not Yogi Bear, Yogi Berra. For those youngins who don't know, he was a baseball player. Known for getting things wrong for a little bit. Crazy sayings. Probably should have just done the normal arm sweeps, but I'm like, oh, let's try a 360 move, see how that goes. And it's not good. It just does like too weak of a damage, really. And dead. DED. Hitting drops. Okay, that was unique. Alright, this part can troll like crazy too. It tried. You have a lot of weird jumps out of the hammer cancels. Come on, game. What the hell? Yeah, that's where you get screwed by the camera. Didn't want to jump up, and then it moved the camera behind, couldn't see the platform anymore. This level is probably the worst level for me for just like trolling weird stuff. Like you can have like those boulders before, like when you slow time, you're running really fast, you can have that. I've had the camera do a 180 on me, so I couldn't see where I was running, and then had the rocks drop beforehand, so you can't see where you're going again. You have to take the longer, slower route. You can have all sorts of weird things happen. Alright, on to the money-making level. At the end of the game, I complain about it every single run. Follow me if you're not already, and you'll hear me complain more about it every single time I play this game. Alright, so what we're going to do now is buy the Gaze of Despair, which basically turns your Unbound Climax into the ride armor, basically. I'm going to be in just a second. So that's what the Earrings of Ruin do, though. The Gaze of Despair, what that does, I think I just said it completely wrong. It automatically taunts enemies for you. It instantly makes them aggro as soon as they see you. So what that does, it basically allows you to make a lot of money really quickly. Okay, and a Midas Testament. No. Items. There we go. Now we can leave. So I don't use it for the entire level. I used to. But like the last two fights get really, really dodgy if you have the Gaze on, because they'd like to like jump and run away from you at full speed. Like they don't like to play nice at all. So here we go, and we're going to, where is it? There it is. Put that over here. Are you kidding me? The combo dropped. That is crazy. Because I am this close into the level, it is worth it just to back out and go back in. I have never seen the combo drop there before. That was insane. Items. Just want to make sure everything else was bought too. Yes, okay, we're good. That was... I've never seen that happen there. Ever. That is a legit first time. I've never seen this happen before nonsense. Okay, gaze is still on. That's still equipped to the right area. Okay, let's try this again. Perfect. If you can get Witch Time, you can get even more money. Except for it didn't really want to stay on very much. There, that's what's supposed to have happened. It's vain to watch your own tasks. No, not at all. I watch my own speedruns from time to time, too. Just to see, like, oh, I can hear that there, or I remember that, or different crazy things, you know? Not at all.
Is that all you've got?
Will it drop the combo? Probably. Nope, it didn't drop the combo. Holy crap, boys and girls. That is huge. This game loves to drop this combo here. So that's a lot more money for me. That makes me happy. And I'm a very unhappy man. See ya! Alright, enough of that. Good thing I did that little stutter step because it tried to jump and attack me. Alright, take that off. Is it going to be crusty? Alright, so I need to put this back on over here. Well, it's a pretty long run. A lot of time went into it. And I know that you still have it in the back of your brain, you're still looking at ways you can try to improve it even further. So maybe you're trying to subconsciously, maybe trying to like find something you haven't seen there before. Or maybe you're intentionally trying to find something you haven't seen there before. You know, let's put out the gaze for this part. Let's just make sure. Let's just money dump overload. I might regret this, might take this off. We'll see.
So close. Is that all you've got? So close.
Yes, if you use the guns only here and just jam on them like crazy, you will max out your combo score and then some.
Got you. Is that all you've
It's a little slower, but like I said, you just make money like crazy. Destroy your arm in the process. And he's down. And we're going to take off Gaze of Despair before this next part becomes a problem. Alright. Oh yeah, baby. I should have used the small red instead. Oops. And Twitch is dropping frames. Good job, Twitch. Okay, it looks like it's stabilized. Just dropped 1,000 frames for a second. Twitch server's not me because it just popped up like, hey, we're having problems with our servers again. Would you like to report? Yes. Not right now, I'm busy. So now I have enough money to beat the game comfortably. Get those earrings of ruin, which I just screwed up. Jam on the button, which is fine, because I mean, this is, like I said, it's going to be a 2-hour run. This is a derust anyway, so I would have been surprised if I'd beaten my level, beaten the record anyway. Chapter select, I really need to hit the store to get those earrings of ruin. Try this again. There we go. Look at that. Now I got it. Accessories. I go from the bottom up to make sure I don't miss it and go faster. Items. More magic, better.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady,
It's like, I should probably put that on, since I just spent 500,000 halos to buy it. And Twitch is dropping more frames, so sorry if we're dropping frames. I actually have an offline recording on my side, so like if I were to beat a record of mine for whatever reason and do PB, I could submit it without all this nonsense, but Twitch is dropping frames, it is not me. Yeah, game's trolling full bore right now, by the way, too. Rose is not helping things. She thinks she is, but she is not. Yeah, I am getting the troll hard. These guys are just running away. Which is kind of a bummer, because I mean, Twitch has been like mostly stable for like the past 2 weeks, which has been awesome. And then tonight it just starts dropping crap again. Well, it is the weekend, so...
you've been naughty.
Really? Come on, game. What the hell? I am having, like, my controller's doing weird stuff. All out of reds. This is bad. Used too many earlier. I was thinking, like, well, I use reds here on other fights. That's the reason why. Oh, I just barely pulled that out. Holy cow.
And now, if you'll excuse me, my dear.
Oh, man. What the hell? Yeah, it's like, I didn't do that combination whatsoever. I've been having weird stuff like that happen this entire run. I don't know why. It happens occasionally, like I said, it's like, I'll have a run where just weird stuff like that will happen, you'll just start doing button presses. Usually I think this happens to me like around chapter 4. We have to like fall through that like infinite like wall tunnel. It's either 4 or 5 that does it at that level. I can't remember the exact one. That's usually where I'll suddenly have it be like, oh, you clearly pressed the menu button that you wanted. It's like, no, I didn't. Alright. Yeah, here we go. I'm not used to doing this with the Star Fox costume, so it'll be interesting. We're off to a great start already. Not hitting anything, alright. Because actually, like, the default costume is faster, but if you run into problems in this fight against the final boss, you want to have that Star Fox costume. Because I've debated, like, maybe I should take it off, you know, for this last level, but it becomes a major problem if you don't have it on. Like, the fight just takes so much longer. You don't realize how much more damage you're doing with the Star Fox costume on. It's neat. Like I said, it's the best Star Fox game that they put out in the past couple of years, because Star Fox Zero was just absolute trash. The only person who's ever defended is Arlo, who is like a paid Nintendo shill, just about. If you don't know who Arlo is, that's probably best. He's a YouTuber, basically like ripping off like Grover / like Cookie Monster for like aesthetics, It's like literally like a Muppet, and he's like pure fanboy. I mean, like I said, you could say like you have proof that Nintendo's intentionally poisoning babies, and he'd be like, well, I'm sure Nintendo had a great idea behind it there, and they're completely justified by the law, because I stand by them for it. It's like, he's one of those type of fanboys, that, like, Nintendo can never do any wrong. Which is a shame, because his content, when I first found him, like, about 2 or 3 years ago, was really good. I mean, he'd talk about other things other than Nintendo, he was critical but fair, it was like, he was pretty good at it. And they just became, like, full-blown Nintendo fanboy to the point of absurdity.
So close. Is that all you've got? So close.
I thought you were dead.
Is that all you've got?
Unlike the other Star Fox games, though, when you, like, throw out a bomb, you can't detonate it prematurely, so if you miss your target, it's still gotta go all the way through, which kinda sucks.
Is that all you've got?
Can't see what attack he's doing. Yeah, so this is like a probably 2-hour run at this point, unfortunately, but yeah, it's a derust. Would have been nice to do like do a PB, but maybe next time.
No sweat, Bob. I mean, surrender.
This
This run's kind of hosed anyway. Didn't give me a whole lot of enough red unicorns to make even more magic, which I really, really needed. That's the fun of RNG. By fun, I mean not very. Okay, let's put this up on top. Oh. Yeah, he decided to dodge out, so now I'm stuck in the bomber sequence. What the hell? It's like, oh no, you're in your mech, we're gonna take you out of it all of a sudden, even though you had enough magic power to keep going with it. Thanks, game. And Scurade's not been letting me do the fast skip for the cutscenes, and doing button presses I didn't put in. I had an attack come out one time that I didn't even buy. So when this game glitches up, it does it in spectacular fashion. At least it didn't like clip me through the floor or anything crazy, which I've had before in the past. Yeah, this looks like it actually might be a PB. I wasn't expecting it to be. Like I said, this is just a derust run. I mean, I'm pretty much expecting this game for second climax can probably get down to probably around 44, 43 minutes is what I'm thinking. It's like pushing it to the ultimate max. You know, if you get like good RNG, all that other fun stuff too. You know, you don't have weird stuff happening. I'm thinking like a perfect run might be around maybe as low as like 42. Because Cap the other night was able to get down to 147, I saw him do. This is probably going to be like a 157 and change. Alright, since I got time here, let's report that wonderful server problem. Oh god. You need to log into Twitch. I'm already authorized. I am signed into Twitch right now. Stop bugging me. Oh, it's like, oh, we didn't have the server interrupted. It's like, I have it on my screen saying that there was a problem with our servers. Would you like to report it? I guess Twitch is getting annoyed with people reporting the obvious problems with their stuff. What? See, now he's going troll. I was basically about to lose that fight, which wouldn't have mattered because this is all on a timer anyway. Yeah, exactly. So what I've kind of noticed the last couple times is that it'll notify me like, hey, our servers are having a problem. You know, it's not you. You're not. Your internet's not the problem. It's our servers which are crapping up and causing problems. Would you like to report it so we can, you know, be notified about it? And like that comes up on the screen, so it's like, yeah. And then like now they're like, well, you need to sign into it. It's like, I'm already signed in. I'm clearly broadcasting. It's not a problem if I need to be signed into Twitch or not. I clearly am. And they're like, oh, there's no problems. It's like, well, why is it saying on my screen, click here to report in Twitch Inspector? So it's been stable for 2 weeks, and then this stream has dropped like 1,500 frames. Alright, let's just do a slam and jam here just to help build up magic. Okay, good enough. Yeah, this is going to be like a 157, probably 157.20? We'll see. Okay, 156.52. Neat. Better than I thought it would be.